Hello and welcome back to the Mustang Blueprint Podcast. I'm Aubrey Hogus.
And I'm Morgan Muller.
Today we are here with Emma VanHeel. And Emma, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I'm a GA here at SMSU. I graduated here from SMSU as well last year. I'm from St. Michael, Minnesota, and I was a middle blocker.
Okay. And how long have you been playing volleyball?
I've been playing for about 10 years.
Wow.
That's like a long time.
Decent amount of time. I think it was like 7th or 8th grade, around there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you said that you were a volleyball player here at SMSU before you became a GA. What was it like playing volleyball here at SMSU?
It was a great experience. There's a lot of ups and downs throughout athletics in general, but I've met a lot of amazing people. I grew a lot. I'm a completely different person. I would never be sitting here either if I was a freshman right now. So that part I've grown a lot, matured, all those things. Again, all the bus rides, all the amazing fun connections that I've made through volleyball has been super cool. So overall, an amazing experience and why I'm sitting here right now.
Yeah. What do you think is like one of your overall from your experience playing volleyball here? What's one of your favorite memories? Like that is like the most memorable one for you?
I would say my senior year, so last year, we played Wayne at Wayne State, and we reverse swept them, and that game got us into the NCAA tournament. So that was super fun, a really crazy game because we were down 0-2, and they played really well right away. So that was fun.
That sounds like an electric atmosphere. I have like FOMO right now. I wish that I was could have experienced that.
For sure.
But who do you think is somebody like a mentor or somebody that's kind of helped guide you through volleyball, either here at SMSU or just like in general?
I have a couple. I'd say in high school, my high school coach was amazing. She taught me a lot. I actually started on like the B squad, and she moved up to varsity with me, so that was really cool throughout high school. And she's still my go-to person right now from my high school, so I learned a lot from her. And then here, I'd say Mariah has been a really big mentor for me. I only had her for 1 year as a coach, an assistant coach, but she taught me so much. I changed my volleyball game. I changed my game off the court, everything like that, and she's a big reason why I'm here today.
Do you think that you've taken a lot from what you've learned playing volleyball and the way that you've like turned it into how you help be an assistant coach?
Yes, I think that plays a huge role. I also feel like I kind of know how SMSU volleyball does what we do, and I've been able to put that into coaching, and it's definitely very different, but I've definitely been able to do that.
Yeah.
So coming from somebody, obviously I've never been a GA or a graduate assistant. Can you kind of explain like what your role is for the volleyball team and like what you do?
Yeah, so I kind of describe it as like I'm an assistant coach. I'm learning what they do in their everyday life. So whether that's team meals, I'm doing travel stuff, itineraries, I'm helping on the court, coaching, I'm running a court, I'm helping players off the court. I have conversations with them, and if they're struggling with something or they just need some guidance, I'm there. I'm the closest in age with them, so that's probably I'm the first one they come to. So just learning all the ins and outs of coaching is basically what a GA does.
That sounds like it's super helpful because honestly, if I had somebody that was closer in age, sometimes that'd be a little more helpful, I feel like. Do you think that with being a GA, is that helping you decide later on, like, has it changed your career path or has it helped you find where you want to go with it?
I've definitely considered coaching more. I knew I wanted to coach. I think that's kind of why I decided to become a GA. I've coached club throughout in the Marshall area for the last 4 years too. So just kind of expanding on that with the GA, but been able to learn again a lot through that GA thing. Yeah. So.
I do have one question that isn't on our sheet, but do you think that like transitioning, I know that some of the girls that are on the team you played with, is it difficult to kind of flip that switch and be like, oh, I'm a coach now, I'm not your teammate? Is that something that is kind of prevalent?
Yes, I've had a lot of conversations with them of like respecting, like this is what I want to do, and you having them respect me, and they've done an amazing job of doing that, and the coaches have gained my trust through that, and just having their respect and talking to them and having those kind of harder conversations of like, I can't be your friend really anymore.
Oh yeah,
has been good though, and they've been great.
That's great. It's sometimes hard to be able to put that boundary up of like being respectful and having that, but it's really great that they respect that. Who do you think like has like really stood out to you here? I know we kind of talked about that.
Yeah.
But like, who do you think like in the volleyball aspect, like what do you say has been a huge help in the GA area?
One person would be Emily Strasser. She was a GA. She played here 1 year as a grad transfer. But she was a GA before, and she played a big role in why I decided to be a GA, and she's done a great job with it, and I think she's helped me and grow in that aspect and kind of create those boundaries and all those different things.
Yeah. So your role as a GA, you kind of already talked about it a little bit with like what your responsibilities are, but how did you get to that point where you were like, how do I become a GA? Like, who were you talking to, and what's the process and the steps that you took?
So mine was a little different than most people. So normally you just apply, but Tyler and Mariah had talked to me in the spring after was done in the fall, and they had just asked me if I wanted to become a GA. They knew I liked coaching and didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, but I'd considered it. And they asked me, so I just was like, yep, let's do it. And it took me a while to decide that, but I thought about looking at other places, but here just felt the best, and I was really comfortable here.
Felt like home.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yes, for sure. Yep.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's helped, like, overall, if you wanted to explain it to somebody, like, if you wanted somebody's considering being a GA, do you think that someone should do it?
I would say yes. I would say be in college as long as you can. If you don't have to work, you're working as a GA, but I get to coach volleyball. Like the last 2 hours, I was coaching volleyball today. So if you can be a GA, you learn a lot. And I think no matter what I do as a job, I'll be able to apply what I've done here into that.
Oh, definitely.
That's really cool.
So, like, what part of being a GA is, like, your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what would you say day by day, like, what gets you out of bed?
Every day is a little different, so I do something different every day in the office. But definitely, I mean, going to practice is awesome because I get to be a part of it and get to coach them and help them be better. So I feel like that's a big part of it. And then just the connections I've made. I've met a lot of great people in the athletic department. They're all amazing up there, and they support me just as much as anyone else. And that's been really cool to meet all of them too.
What moments, like, with the athletes, do you think, like, what is a moment that you think has really stood out to you that makes you like, wow, this really feels great? Like, that you feel like this is really great and, like, I really enjoy doing this?
I think just, again, when I'm helping them do a skill and something clicks, or how I word it, or working on drill and they get better at it, those kind of things. And especially working with the younger athletes like I do in club, of that aspect of they want to learn and they want to get better, and being able to do that, help them out.
Yeah.
So with being a GA, I can tell that obviously you're super busy. You're doing practices, you're traveling, you're doing obviously schoolwork as well for yourself. How do you kind of manage all of that? Like, is it challenging?
It definitely gets hard at sometimes, but I feel like I have my routine down. That took a while to get used to. But just making sure that I have enough time. I try to plan my days out at the beginning of the day. I know I'm in the office usually from 9 to 3, and then we have practice 3 to 6, and then I have homework, and just making sure I have enough time and being able to still have friends, but just being able to, some things can't do everything. So figuring out what's most important this week. Like this week I have a final project I need to do, so that is built in my schedule versus maybe hanging out with a friend or something like that. So
Finding that balance is kind of what
Yep.
you need. Yep. And would you say, like, finding your balance is something that you would consider like a main thing that has helped you? Like, for anyone that's younger, like, if they're considering doing this, like, it's something that you need to do?
Yes, and I would say also finding people that help and support you. I know that my coaching staff that I'm working with right now, if I have something really major, like, they're very accommodating, but I've earned that trust from them, and they're great people to work with. So making sure you know who you're working with is also really important, but they're great and they can accommodate to things that I need. And
Of course.
Would you say that, like, investing in a planner would be something?
I don't have a planner. No.
Okay, so how do you
do this?
lay out your days? Is it a mental?
Mental, yep.
Okay.
Like when I wake up in the
Wow.
morning or before I go to bed is a big one. Like
Okay.
what time I'm going to wake up, what I'm going to do in the morning. I work sometimes before at Southwest Nutrition, so it's like I'll plan. I know what I'm doing, so
Okay.
I don't know. I just kind of just
That's
works.
crazy.
I try to stay on top of my homework. That's one
That
thing.
probably helps.
I'd get it done probably earlier, but that was also a thing I never did my freshman year. That's where I've changed a lot and learned a lot. So
I feel like college is definitely the place where people can grow and
yeah.
learn.
Yep.
And it really is kind of just like a building block to like what the real world is. So kind of jumping into that a little bit, do you have like a solidified plan for after you're done with your master's, or is there kind of up in the air?
it's kind of up in the air. So I have another year that I'll be here, a full fall and spring next year. But I'm thinking about coaching. I've thought about sports marketing. I'm a marketing major. So staying within sports, whether that's my actual job or my hobby, just staying involved in that of some sort. But no, I do not really have a plan.
Are there any specific skills that you think that you've gained from this that you will take with you no matter where you go, whenever you figure out your plan?
I think the biggest one is honestly just having a growth mindset. I've had a lot of ups, I've had a lot of downs, and being able to take those as constructive criticism and not, oh, I'm not doing very well. Like, I'll do better. I'm going to do better the next time. And just being able to grow in that aspect. And again, change is good. It's hard at times, but being able to make those changes, because looking back again, I've just changed a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, being a GA was not like the first thing that came to your mind after graduating college, but or not college, but like getting your bachelor's. What is one thing that if somebody came up to you and was like, I'm thinking about being a GA, what would you tell them, or like a piece of advice that you would give them before going into it?
Ooh. I would probably just say, again, I would say if you get your master's and you get it paid for, which is really nice here. So just doing that, because once you're out of school, I'm thinking about it, if I was not in school now, it'd be really hard to go back to it, of just being young and having the time and energy to do a master's and being a GA, because it's not something you're going to find after college. So just taking that into consideration of when you're deciding is why I would say that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Is there anything that you feel like, knowing what you do now, like, is there anything that you wish like you knew beforehand?
Well, I kind of already knew this, but just how much time all the coaches put into us as athletes. And I was really grateful as an athlete, but I'm just even more grateful. Like, I never understood fully what our 3 coaches did when I was playing my senior year. And I said I wish I could go back and play, because I would probably play different. I just feel different. Like, I'm very grateful for what they do. It's incredible, and that's every sport on our campus. And I don't think our athletes realize what everyone does as their, like, and especially head coaches, assistant coaches. Like, they do stuff outside of their day. I mean, they care so much about us, even if it seems like they don't. They care so much about us as athletes and all that. So,
is there stuff that you do differently, like behind the scenes, now that you are being like an assistant coach and you have that title? Do you feel yourself like doing different things throughout your day that you'd been like, oh, maybe I wasn't going to do this, say my senior year, and then you kind of like flip your mindset a little bit and be like, oh, I should have been doing that, but now I am?
Not a ton, honestly. I feel like it's just that same thing of being more grateful. It's the little things, I think, more than anything, that I probably didn't realize were happening, or maybe someone else is doing those little things. But I noticed a lot more too, being a coach versus not playing, because I'm seeing stuff, the whole court, versus just my position or what my group is doing. So.
Do you think that if your freshman self saw you now, do you think that she would be surprised?
Yes, I think so, because I would never talk. I talked at the Gold Rush raffle there, and that was a really big thing, but I could not have guessed that I was going to do it. I came here on my visit, and I didn't say a word with Tyler, and now I don't stop talking, so I've definitely changed a lot, and it'd be shocking, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I can grasp what you're saying right now. I'm in my final few weeks of college, and like I wholeheartedly agree with that like you kind of break out of your shell a little bit, just finding the right people to be around and like kind of showing your true colors a little bit. Do you have any other like advice for maybe somebody who is like myself, who is in their final few weeks thinking about what the next step in life is going to be? What would you say?
I would say just trusting the process. It's really hard to do, just to like do it. But if you're putting in the work and you're working hard to get stuff done, things will work out for you. But it's really hard. So just trusting that, and trusting that you're good enough and you can do it, and those type of things.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. We really enjoyed having you. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Anything else?
No, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
Well, we will see you next time on the Mustang Blueprint podcast.
Back in high school, talking with you earlier, you said you played some baseball, and you mentioned playing at Target Field. How were like the experience of that? How did that make you feel? Like,
I think we played the Saturday before Father's Day, and it was a fun experience because we got up, went to the stadium, and we got there. Like, they have baseballs for every state championship game they have there, and like you get to sign your name on it. So like I have a baseball sitting at like the Baseball Hall of Fame somewhere in the cities, and it has my name on there and who we played. We ended up playing Springfield. I remember like being out in the outfield for infield outfield and just looking around the stadium, seeing, oh, this is actually how big a major league stadium is.